Today, we're taking a look at my carpenter ant experiment. I started this experiment last year with 3 queens. Sadly, in the beginning, all but 1 queen ate their eggs. And leading into hibernation, everything looked good with 3 workers and 3 queens living happily together. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Ant Holleufer YouTube channel. This week the member lamp is red, chosen by Darth Curie. Thank you for the choice. And today we are talking about the Camponotus Ligniperda experiment. How are they doing now? Well, good and bad. Let's talk about them. Like I said, we left last year with everything looking good. Sadly, only 2 weeks after hibernation, this happened. So by the time you're seeing this video, I'm guessing that the queen will be dead. You just see right here, without doing so much vibration, we can see that we currently have, we have 3 workers. But this queen right here is not at the moment dead. I keep turning the test tube around, but yeah, she is. She's very close to being dead because I can pop the test tube out. Like so. And help her turn around. And I can do this, once every day or so, so she is getting close to being dead, sadly. She sadly only lasted a few more days after this video was recorded. I think she died due to not being fed enough. When the experiment initially started, she was a lot more aggressive towards the workers from the other queens, whereas the 2 other queens were being fed up quickly and wasn't showing any aggression towards the workers. Before they entered hibernation, she was however fed up, but personally I don't think she was fed up nearly as much as the other 2 queens, and this may be the reason why she died so soon after hibernation. On the other hand, this may just be natural reasons, as looking at the dying footage, she definitely isn't looking healthy either, meaning she may just have been sick. But Holleufers, let's have a moment of silence for the death of Queen A. With Queen A now resting in peace, let's take a look at how the colony is doing today. They are still housed in this specialized Venus nest from WaKooshi, and let's take a look inside it. Taking a look inside the nest, it's completely insane to think that the other video was from the beginning of this year. They now have 20 workers. That's truly insane, and this experiment is turning out so much better than I had ever wished for. At least so far. I had to retube both the queens not that long ago, as the water was turning blue inside the tubes. After I did this, the colony has been acting a lot different. Just like when the experiment started, most of the workers and the brood was housed with Queen B in the middle tube. And up and until the tube moving, this was the same picture. Most of the brood and most of the workers were with Queen B. Now after the tube moving, it has been a little bit all over the place. When I changed the tube that Queen B was living inside, most of the workers and brood got located with Queen C. But after I moved Queen C, it all changed once again. I was very scared that this may impact the experiment, but everything still seems fine and it is just going a lot better than I expected, with all of the workers living freely with both queens, no aggression, just pure love. Now last year, a big way of me judging the experiment was by looking at the queen's gaster. Queen B was very quick to be filled up and Queen C a little bit slower. This year it doesn't seem like any of them have gotten really fed up yet. I'm looking into giving them a small outwell so I'm able to give them a constant sugar source, as Camponotus always love a little bit of sugar. Brood-wise, there's a lot in all stages. They recently laid some new eggs that's already hatching into small larvae, and the old eggs they laid in the beginning of the year is now a good sized larvae, and some have even pupated. To be honest, I just still can't believe that they started this year with only 3 workers, and now this. It is just so insane. Now I don't know if it's because the experiment is going very well, perhaps these are just 2 very good egg-laying queens, maybe it's because my room is heated that they're growing so much faster than normal. I don't really know, but either way, I am on the hype train because they're just doing so well. Like I said earlier, the brood is still quite equally split between the two tubes and the two queens. Most of the brood is however with Queen B, just as they were last year, but now Queen C has also got a nice pile of brood. I think the reason why they're starting to split the brood is mainly just because the colony is growing and they like to have a bit more space. Not because they didn't like Queen C and now they do, I just think it's because they need a little bit more space because the colony has grown quite a bit. For those who don't understand why the queen can't just escape, this is due to the nest entrance. This is a specialized Venus nest where the entrance holes are too small for the queens to leave. I've now in total done 4 tube changes. With the bigger amount of workers, I'm definitely looking into perhaps getting a specialized Saturn nest instead, just because it would future-proof the experiment and would be easier for me to do any retubing in the future. And for those wondering why there's a dirty third tube, this is simply the old Queen C's tube, and when I moved her there was still some brood remaining in the old tube, so I just connected it once more. But enough talking about the ants, let's feed them and see how they react. Normally I feed them half a grown dubia roach once a week, together with some sugar water on some cotton. It's still quite easy to feed them in this Venus nest with 0 escapees normally. But there is now always 1, 2 or 3 workers walking around relaxing in the outworld. But that just makes the feeding session start faster. Feeding the colony, it's still very fun to see that they don't at all care for the protein, they just go full on the sugar. These ants have since day one just proven so much why they're known as sugar ants. And actually, they rate the sugar so high that I was able to take the lid off and record inside the colony, getting my camera all the way into the outworld without having a single escapee. In 30 minutes or so, I recorded them with a total of 0 escapees, even though they could just walk straight out. But also, over the 30 minutes I recorded, I didn't see any workers really interested in the protein. The only reason they approached the roach was because it was moving, and that's something they didn't like. But it's very clear by the big amount of growth that they do take the protein, just when I'm not looking, I guess. After 30 minutes had passed, green gastered workers was starting to emerge. I love seeing the gaster fill up and change color. This is so cool, and for those wondering what I'm feeding them, this is simply just the sugar snaps from Ant Antics. The queens still look very empty, and therefore I will try to feed them some extra sugar over the next few weeks to see if I can feed them up, because I like a good fat queen. But with that being said, it isn't at all the longest video, but to be honest, so much have happened. And I just wanted to document it all because this is an experiment and I want to kind of record all the steps. Although the colony isn't that aggressive yet, it's still interesting to see that only 1 year ago I had 3 queens and now I have 2 queens with 20 workers. I still can't believe how fast they have grown. And also, if you're looking into getting something from WaKooshi, who made this Venus nest, remember to use my discount code Ant Holleufer in all caps for 10% off your next purchase. And with that being said, let's just get all of the members up. Thank you to all the members, and a special thanks to the 6 Holleufer family members. We of course have Medical Carcase number 9, Ant Norway, Victor D, Antscapes, Simon, and now our brand new member, Mr. Kai. Thank you to all the family members, and thank you to the regular members, and thank you for watching it to the end of the video. Now I want to say something. Do you think it's good to experiment on ants? Do you like my experiments? Do you experiment yourself? Or do you just hate the thought of people experimenting on ants? Let me know in the comments down below. And with that being said, that has been it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Become a member today if you like, and I will see you all in another video. Bye!